Hello all, my name is Scott and I am a stylist. I'm a hairstylist. I have been in the industry for just about 23 years. Not continuous. First go round, I was in for 9.5 years and I owned my own salon for just under 6.5. And then this second time around, I think it's sticking a little bit more. Been in for 13.5 years and I've had my current salon for just over 10. I'm creating this video and this channel in order to offer some insight, some advice, tips, anything I can do to help. Because I've noticed how the industry has changed. And not just because of styles and techniques and services that are being offered, but just the industry as a whole has a different focus, and I think that they've lost sight of a lot of the fundamentals. And so my hope is to share some of those insights, share a little bit of history, so you have a better understanding of what's on top of your head, how to deal with it, and what is going to be the easiest way to make you accomplish what you want to accomplish with your hair so you feel you're most beautiful. I'm also doing this because I've changed over the 23 years I've been in the industry. When I got in, I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. I went to cosmetology school because I was a failed student. I just didn't have the focus and the discipline at the time to sit in a classroom and do all the readings and the studying and blah, blah, blah. It killed me. It just killed me. But my mom, being an educator, recognized the fact that I was a very hands-on learner, and she suggested that I learn a trade. And so I basically threw a dart at a wall and said, okay, we'll become a cosmetologist. And I really knew nothing. I will tell you, and I will put this out for the world to hear, the first time we were supposed to learn with our Marcel irons, I asked the instructor if we should wet the hair down on our mannequins. She said, no, we're just going to go directly to the Marcel iron. You know, you don't have to blow dry it first. We're not going to practice that. Thankfully, she didn't understand what I meant, because I didn't know you used a curling iron / Marcel iron on dry hair. Yes, that's how little I knew at the time. But I got into the industry and I realized that I had a real knack for it and a real passion for helping people and helping my clients and being there for them. And that's what really, really matters to me. And so that's what this channel is about, to share the insights, you know, to look back when I first got in the industry and it was all permanent waves and there was no foiling going on, and there was balayage. There was balayage going on. And if any of you really, really super sleuths have been paying attention to, Desperately Seeking Susan, the opening segment, you will see balayage being done, processing, right next to a permanent wave, processing. And that was circa 1980 what? Yeah, balayage has been around, but permanent waves, you know, highlighting caps, those painful, obnoxious torture devices, which are for some reason making a very odd comeback. You know, the industry was very, very different. You know, nowadays it's so much more balayage and foilage and, you know, freehand techniques and foil placements, and there's so much, it's so different. And that different is wonderful, but that different we've lost track of stuff. You know, and so with this channel, my intent is to sort of bridge that gap, give you information from the past and really show you how it applies to what's going on now for, you know, the betterment of your understanding of hair and for the health of your hair. Because that has always been a passion and an ultimate concern of mine. I know that when I had my first salon, I literally had clients coming to me from up and down the East Coast for my permanent waves, because I had found additives and I had worked techniques that the hair was just so healthy afterwards. It was, well, so much healthier. It's still a very aggressive solution. But it was healthier and the odor was gone and husbands weren't complaining about their wives' hair for weeks on end right after they got it done, and the hair felt good and the permanent waves lasted so much longer, the curl patterns, everything did, because that was my focus. I wanted to not only do good hair, but I wanted to leave healthy hair, or the healthiest hair I possibly could. And so it required me to understand, hair, the products, the chemical structure of everything. I have a lot of clients that, even though I'm not speaking so goodly right now, I had one client not too long ago talk about the fact that she's like, "You sound like my husband." And I asked, "What does your husband do?" She's like, "He's a chemical engineer." I'm like, that sort of makes sense. I'm definitely a hair geek. And I try and distill all the information that I have down to very relatable pieces and hopefully goofy pieces at times. This video is not indicative of how obnoxious I will potentially be, and I will not apologize now. You're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it if you continue to watch my videos. But I think that's sort of it. That's the schnitzel, shall we say. So please enjoy the videos as they roll out. Like and subscribe. I'm supposed to do that, aren't I? Like and subscribe. There will randomly be links in the future. Actually, no, there won't be a link in the next video. I'm still learning how to do that. There might be links for the next video. Yeah, and I'm not editing any of this out. You just have to get used to who I am. Okay, so stay well, stay healthy, and be gorgeous.